Let's go back a little bit to early Patricia. So what did she want to be when she grew up? Like, what was her really influences?
I think I always wanted to be a writer. I mean, since I was a kid, 5, 6 years old, since I started writing actually, I would just imagine different worlds and I would just write down different characters, different chapters in a book. I would never finish the books, so yeah, I think that was my biggest dream.
Lots of upstarts. So what did you really try to emulate any writers? Like, what was your favorite author or book that you can kind of first comes to mind?
J.K. Rowling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So Harry Potter was a big influence.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, me too. I would say that. So what, other than say like some authors, then who were like kind of people in your life that maybe influenced your curiosity? Was it like a cool uncle or your parents or friends, family, stuff like that?
I think most of my influences were from books, so from characters and the books that I read. And I could also say that my dad was an inspiration because he was always very motivated to do things, to finish projects, to provide for the family. Mm-hmm. So I think I have him as a role model. But most of my influences come from fiction, I think, from the books I read, from the characters that I wanted to be.
So Harry Potter, check. But then, like, did you get into other things like fantasy or sci-fi? Like, what were your kind of the genres that you were really pulled towards?
I think I liked more sci-fi.
Okay.
Yeah, because I felt this pull towards different worlds, especially time travel. And I actually started a book on time travel. It's called Travel to Edinburgh. It's just an experiment because I like to think about time travel quite a lot.
Okay.
The possibility of different worlds, different timelines, going back in time, going towards the future. So yeah.
Okay, so like, give us some so timelines. Like, I mean, I just read Dune for the first time, you know, before the movie came out. I'm reading the Foundation series, you know. So,
yeah.
or what are some other, like, I guess, name off some authors or books that really like pulled to you? Like,
I really like the book The Time Machine. So it's a book,
classic.
I think, yes, it's a classic. I think that influenced me a lot. But other than that, I think Ursula Le Guin, she also influenced me quite a lot in how I wrote. But other than that, I think it's just a curiosity to know if time travel is possible, mm-hmm. and how we can do that as, you know, humankind. Or if it's just, you know, fiction, or if it's just fantasy after all.
Right. Yeah, Ursula K. Le Guin is actually one of my favorite authors. We loved the Tales of the Earthsea, you know, books, series, but then also I just picked up Lathe of Heaven, I think, or Second Hand of Darkness. I can't remember, but I picked them up from there in the apartment. I still have to read them, but yeah, she was a big author for me as well. But so going time travel, that's a very interesting and specific subject. Like, if you had one time travel to go in the past and then maybe in the future, because everyone wants to go in the future, but would you go like 500 years in the future or 10,000 years in the future, or is there a specific time also in the past that you would love to be in or love to experience?
I think I would love to go into the past, so not into the future. I think I would like to go into the La Belle Époque period of time, so before the World War I.
Okay.
I would love to explore that, especially in Europe, with all the, you know, the beautiful castles and, you know, the world of abundance that existed before. Of course, not for everybody, but
sure.
It's something that it's quite intriguing to see. So
is that like decadent culture and like high culture,
exactly.
Like a lot of literature, etc.?
Salons, literature. You know, meeting new interesting people.
Okay.
Basically, what we're doing now, but in a more decadent way, I guess.
That's interesting, yeah, because like coffee shops back in the day, like that kind of like intellectual curiosity between people, etc. That's an interesting time period. Is there like a specific city or just more Europe in general?
I think Europe in general, even though I'm thinking about London in particular, about Paris, Vienna as well.
Yeah, the Vienna Circle and everything like that. Okay.
So the literary salons, the cities of the literary salons.